Hey guys, it's Mari with Natural Beauty Revolution. Welcome back for part 2 of my Empties video. You can find part 1 on my YouTube channel as well. I have another bag full of goodies. Let me reach down to share with you that I have finished up recently. So again, I'm in the process of going through all the conventional things that I've had in my stocks for a while. And as I'm learning more about natural beauty, I'll be repurchasing things that are a little bit more naturally minded and have fewer chemicals and toxins that are harmful for your body. So a lot of these things I'm going through will be more conventional, but as time goes on, hopefully they will be more naturally minded. So also, pardon the lighting. I'm very brand new to this, so I'm kind of exploring in my house to see where the best lighting is and how to get a good shot. So I'll be working on it as time goes on. So the first product I wanted to share with you is Rosebud Self from Smith's. And I know this used to be super popular back in the day, and I had stocked up on a couple, I think when I went to New York a couple of years ago. And I usually just keep this in the bathroom and slather it on my lips after I brush my teeth at night as a bedtime lip moisturizer. It is petroleum based, which I think is not a very good choice, so I need to do some more research about that. But it says it's a trade secret blend of essential oils, cottonseed oil, in a special petroleum base. So yeah, it was fine. I, towards the end, was just trying to get through it. I didn't want to waste the product, but I wasn't in love with it. I can't find a rating on it on EWG, so I'm not sure how good or bad it is for you. It's probably not something I would repurchase, but it wasn't a bad product. All right, moving on. The second product I wanted to share with you that I finished up is Clinique's Airbrush Concealer. And I've had this for a while. I really enjoyed it. All the writings rubbed off of it. I had this in the shade Light. So I think it's the lightest one they make. It's a good concealer to put underneath your eyes right here to conceal some dark circles and also brighten up the area. I know that Touche Éclat is a really popular under eye concealer and eye brightener, and this is definitely a good alternative to that. It worked well. It's cheaper. I think it retails for $19.50, and you can find it at any Clinique counter. I did enjoy it, but and I might repurchase, but I couldn't find the EWG toxicity score on it, and I think I'll be trying something a bit more natural next. So one of my favorite things that I think I may have mentioned in my other video to use in my beauty routine is honey. And it's important you get 100% raw, unfiltered honey, and ideally from a local farm. I have actually this bottle as well as this wildflower honey that was grown in, or I'm sorry, that is from a grower and shipper in Oregon. And honey is awesome for your skin. I like to just slather it on as a face mask once a week or so. Just put it straight on your face, leave it there for about 10 minutes, and then gently rub it in with your fingers as you wash it off with warm water. And some of the crystallization in the honey will help exfoliate your skin. And I find that when I do that, my skin just looks really smooth and even toned, and it feels great. Honey is a natural humectant, which means that it helps to moisturize, and it can also soothe irritated skin or sunburned skin as well. So if you do have irritations or sunburn, I wouldn't really recommend that you rub it so much, but having it on your skin for a little while can really help relieve some of the irritation. So honey is definitely something that I can't go without. As soon as I ran out, I went to the store just to get honey, and I think it's one of my most like holy grail beauty products. I know people call them, and if I could choose like 5 things to bring with me on a desert island, that might be one of the things I bring with me. And the toxicity score on honey is 0. I mean, it's 100% raw, natural honey. All right, next I wanted to share with you this body cream, Kukui Nut from Alba. And I had gotten this a while ago when I first started exploring natural beauty. It smelled really good. I'm not really sure how to describe kukui nut, but it smells sort of like a cocoa powder or some kind of vanilla, warm, nutty scent. And it has a pretty strong fragrance. I'm not sure if fragrance is actually, oh, it is one of the ingredients, which brings up its toxicity score. Even though Alba is known to be more of a natural beauty brand, its toxicity score, according to EWG, is 5, which is moderate. And I like to try and stay below a 5 for the products that I choose, especially when there are easier to find alternatives that are healthier. So although I did enjoy it, it was a nice body cream. It was nice and thick and made my skin smooth. It's not really worth it to me to have the 5, especially when there are natural things like straight up coconut oil or jojoba oil that you can use as a moisturizer on your body. And those are completely not toxic. So it is $13.99 for 6.5 ounces, and I will not be repurchasing that. All right. So I'm pretty new to learning about toothpaste and mouth care when it comes to looking at its ingredients and knowing what's good for you and what's bad for you. Obviously, fluoride is a really big debate and seems to be a very personal choice. I know that there are some harmful health effects of fluoride, and some people choose to use toothpaste or other oral care products that don't contain fluoride. Personally, for me, I have really cavity prone teeth, and so I really need to use some fluoride in my dental care. So I will choose toothpaste that includes fluoride. But I was looking at this toothpaste, Colgate Total Whitening, the other day. This is the toothpaste that I've been using the last couple weeks. And I noticed that it has some really bad ingredients in it, including carrageenan, which seems to be a debated ingredient, whether or not it really is bad for you. But the EWG does recommend to stay away from carrageenan if possible, and I trust them. So I choose to avoid carrageenan when possible. But more troubling than that, this toothpaste has triclosan in it. And triclosan, if I read correctly online, is categorized sometimes as a pesticide. And I know it is an ingredient that's been recommended to stay away from. So I was shocked. I have no idea why triclosan is in this. I don't know what the benefits are of having it in a toothpaste, but I immediately put this down, decided I wasn't going to use it anymore, and have been looking for more, I guess, a healthier alternative. I did find something online that I'll be sharing with you soon. And so I'll be doing a lot of exploration when it comes to dental care, specifically toothpaste, and how I can choose healthier alternatives. Okay, moving on. I finished off my favorite floss, which is Johnson & Johnson Reach Woven Floss Gum Care with Fluoride. I have become a huge flossing proponent. I think flossing is awesome. I can't believe I didn't used to do it. It feels really great. It helps keep your mouth clean. It helps with your health. And this is by far the best floss that I've ever found. If you hate flossing because other floss rips up your gums or feels uncomfortable, check this one out. It is a little bit more on the expensive end when you look at the other floss alternatives at the grocery store or at the drugstore. But I really enjoyed this, and so I recommend it. Again, I'm very new to learning about dental care and toxins and healthy choices, and so I don't know that this is the healthiest choice, but this is what I've been using so far, and until I learn more about it, this is what I'll continue to use. And that was unrated on EWG. All right, so I feel a little bit sad that I finished up my go-to dry shampoo. I learned about dry shampoo a couple years ago, I guess watching beauty videos online, and learned that you could use dry shampoo on days where you don't shampoo your hair in the shower, to try and soak up some of the oils in your hair and have more of a refreshed look and go a couple days without actually washing your hair. And this has been my go-to, John Frieda Luxurious Volume Refresher. And it says it's for fine hair. I don't have fine hair, but it worked great for me. I had stocked up on a couple of these bottles when they were on sale a couple years ago. And so I've had a lot to go through, and I just finished my last one. It's not the most toxic. It's rated a 4 by the EWG. But it does have fragrance in it. And I mentioned in my first video that fragrance is a toxic chemical that I'd rather avoid, especially because it doesn't seem to really be necessary in products. So I was doing a little bit of research, and I did find some dry shampoo alternatives that seem to be a bit more natural. I just ordered one off of Vitacost, and when it comes in, I'll be sharing the new things that I got off that website. So I'll be talking more about better alternatives for dry shampoo soon. All right, we have some more hair care. This Aussie 3-Minute Miracle has been a big favorite of mine. I have thick, long, kind of drier, coarse hair, and this is meant to be a special, like a hair mask or a deep conditioner, but I used it every single time I washed my hair. It's a really thick conditioner. It smells awesome. It's really cheap. It's easy to get. It made my hair really nice and silky and shiny, so I've really loved it. But I knew using it that it probably wasn't the healthiest option for my hair, especially because it smelled so good in a fake way. And when I looked it up on EWG, I found out that it was a 5. So again, kind of moderate. It's not the worst for you, but I would rather reduce some of the chemicals that I use through my conditioners. Now that I've finished this, I have one other conditioner that I'm finishing up in this shower. And once I do, I'm actually going to be trying the no poo method, or no shampoo, using baking soda and water as shampoo, and then an apple cider vinegar and a water mix for conditioner. So I'll be sharing all about that. Stay tuned for more details. We'll see how it works compared to this Aussie 3-Minute Miracle, but I won't be repurchasing that. And then finally for hair care, I also finished up this shampoo from NuMe. This is NuMe's moisturizing shampoo. It says hydrasexy, so it's supposed to be extra nourishing. I got that as a free add-on gift when I ordered a hair curling tool from the brand NuMe. I had never heard of them before. I don't think their products are really that easy to find in the grocery store or at the drugstore, so it's probably not something that I would have bought if they hadn't just given it to me. It worked well. It was moisturizing. I did enjoy using it. It smelled pretty good. I couldn't find the rating for it because it's not in EWG's database, but it does have ammonium lauryl sulfate. Sorry, I'm looking at notes over here. And fragrance, which are 2 ingredients that I'm learning to avoid. So although I did enjoy this, I will not be purchasing it again. And then the last product I wanted to share with you is a huge find for me. Sunscreen is a really big, hotly debated product when it comes to natural beauty. A lot of moisturizers and other sunscreens that people use conventionally use chemical sunscreen to protect you from the sun. Now, chemical sunscreens can be really bad for your skin and for your health and your body, and can also be harmful to the sea life that is exposed to those chemicals when you wear it in the ocean. And so it's recommended that you use physical sunscreens, which would be titanium dioxide or zinc oxide. So when you look at